Good morning, class, and welcome to Neurobiology, a class brought to you by Vault-Tec. Who or what is Vault-Tec, you might ask? That's not important. What is important are all of your fresh radiation-free your very special brilliant minds. Here at Vault-Tec University, alongside Robco factories, we strive to understand and learn more about the human mind so that one day we can unlock the power of the brain and use it for our whimsical preservation technologies. Does anybody have any questions before we begin? Great, no questions. Due to lack of funds post-nuclear apocalypse, we will no longer be using Vault-Tec-sponsored projectors, but instead your very own imaginations. On the count of 3, you will all close your eyes and use those neural pathways in your brain to form images in your mind while you listen to my pristine voice as we demonstrate the integrative process of the mind via the official Vault-Tec Neurobiology course. Please disregard any screams or muffles. Those are all just part of the imagination experience. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Following total atomic annihilation, the rebuilding of this great nation of ours may fall to you. That's why we at Vault-Tec have prepared these educational materials for you to better understand the importance of neurobiology to help you survive the wasteland. The first and most basic lesson when learning about the brain is that the mind craves for integration in relationships and in mind. What does that mean? It means that when Timothy gives his best gal a gift that she loves, they'll keep swinging the night away. However, if she does not approve, perhaps she will find another daddy-o, causing Timothy to experience trauma and chaos in his relationship. Next on our list, the parts of the brain. Here we will discuss different important parts of the brain Vault-Tec will help you develop in this course. First, a nifty trick Vault-Tec scientists and engineers developed to model the brain. Your fist. This will come in handy later. Or not. Now, onto the parts. The prefrontal lobe, in charge of motor and executive functions. Parietal lobe, in charge of somatosensory sense like touch, pressure, and pain, as well as how you orient yourself in 3D space. Occipital lobe, vision. Temporal cortex, in charge of auditory processing. Oh my. The vagus nerve, the main parasympathetic nerve in your body that talks to the organs, including your tummy. Yum! The brainstem connects the brain to the spinal cord. The midbrain contains the auditory processing center. The amygdala, in charge of fear and threat detection. And the limbic system that puts the amygdala, thalamus, hypothalamus, and the hippocampus all together to make you. Note, Vault-Tec does not condone individuality. Your brain is invaluable to Vault-Tec and Robco factories. In fact, we are so confident in you that we ensure both halves of your brain. Your left and right hemispheres contains everything previously discussed and connected by the corpus callosum. Without that, both hemispheres would create two experiences. Imagine that. Two experiences for the price of one. And we can't have that now, can we? Through the vagus nerve, your tummy talks to your body and works almost like a second brain. Its microbiome works hard to keep you healthy and tells the brain when it's time to eat. Isn't that swell? Just don't eat anything glowing and only eat Vault-Tec sanctioned canned meals. Note, Vault-Tec no longer provides food or water. When exploring the wasteland, it is critical that you learn how to attach to people. And we're not talking about nuclear fusion. Each and every one of you connect to people in different ways, such as anxious ambivalent. Feelings are a mystery. Anxious avoidant. Avoiding connections like a vault dweller avoiding a death claw. Anxious disorganized, to avoid social interactions because love is suspicious. However, don't feel bad, there are also secure attachments, such as secure attachments for those who trust others and freely depend on others. Probably not as common in the nuclear apocalypse. Due to the traumatic events you will endure in the wasteland, Vault-Tec has provided a list of common traits for our students using the latest state-of-the-art spying technology. A few of these defense mechanisms are displacement, overcompensation, sublimation. Your brain is constantly shaped by your environment, but your genes affect the connections your brain makes. Sometimes, when we encounter something scary, we run away. And that's okay. As children, your parents taught you to attune to them so that you know what to do in scary situations. However, those who became misattuned did not and met with a grisly fate. Don't forget to feed the plants, Timothy. Perhaps if Timothy knew about explicit memory, he might have avoided the unfortunate event. Explicit memory is when we learn from our past mistakes to avoid future problems. Or, perhaps, if Timothy stayed active and practiced his drills, he might have built up his implicit memory, a muscle memory tactic used throughout our lives. Oh look! I guess Mr. Plant didn't like Timothy. Chin up, Timothy. Tuck that traumatic experience away in your implicit memory and deal with it later. Vault-Tec has your back. Note, Vault-Tec does not provide trauma therapy. Congratulations, class! You have finished this course of neurobiology at Vault-Tec University. We hope you enjoyed your time with us today as we opened up your minds, in this case literally, to the exciting field of neurobiology. The folks at Robco Factories appreciate your generous donation as we research what makes you special. And don't forget, Vault-Tec cares.